Are you sick to death of coming up against people doing this? What is this nonsense? Let's find out how you can beat these spawner decks.
These are serious fuckhuts.
Hey guys, Spend$73 here. Are you getting frustrated with the hut spammers? The people using spawner decks where they're just building hut after hut and overwhelming you with mass troops? It feels like a very low skill attack and a bad strategy, but people keep beating you with it. So if you're new to Clash Royale, you've probably lost to this several times. So today I'm going to show you a few different ways of tackling it so that you don't have to smash your iPad. Now, this is one of my least favourite ways. I think it's not always likely to work. So quite important is you do need a Tesla, so just in case when you do get overwhelmed, you do have some kind of defense. But what he's doing is a general rule, he's going to tank using his knight and follow in with a wizard. Now, when he gets close, he can start lightning the huts and also make sure that the lightning hits the tower. So essentially, nearly all of the damage to this tower is going to be done by lightning. Now, the problem is, if your opponent has a fireball, then the wizard is going to be destroyed. So then you would probably have to revert to your hog. You're probably going to have to switch lanes. You're not going to very often get your hog through the hut spam. So this is probably not my favourite way, and this is the only one we're going to look at today where you actually go head on against the spam of troops and make it to the other tower. So it's looking like he's in a bit of trouble here, but the witch is reasonably damaged. Tower can take it down. Tesla is attracting some of the troops towards the middle, and that is what's keeping his tower alive. Now here comes his wizard, sticks his knight in front of the wizard to tank while the wizard sits back and destroys all of these troops using the splash damage. Then once he has charged up his elixir and he's got his lightning ready, then he can drop that, he can hit the tower, and he can hit the huts, and those huts won't last long, and that keeps the other person starved of elixir so that they can't build up enough extra elixir to send a whole load of extra troops and take down your tower. There's many times during this battle it will look like he's going to be overwhelmed. Drops in a couple of archers here just to catch back up again. So many huts here, so many barbarians, but again, getting ready with the wizard. He's got the Tesla dragging the troops towards the middle, and this wizard will destroy a lot of troops all at once. There he goes with the knight in front again. The knight's not going to last very long. Charging up with his lightning, getting ready to... Oh, he's been frozen, and in comes the Musketeer. Again, if there had been a fireball here, then I think Boss Hog would have had a serious problem. It's generally a bad idea to take the huts head on, but this is definitely working out for him. Look at the enemy tower, down to 476, and he's almost on full on his, but look, he's been completely overwhelmed. That's how quick it is with the hut spam that they can catch up, but he's managed to pull it back. Just a few blasts of the wizard, and it takes down crowds of troops, and he's breaking through again. This time he's tanking with the barbarians again. A fireball here would be absolutely devastating for Boss Hog, but he doesn't have one, so he's not even needing to bother using his own hog, Boss Hog with the hog, and he's made it all the way to the tower eventually. God knows how he's actually done that. This wouldn't be my advised technique, but there it goes. That's the win. That is the only one going up against the huts, which I think is reasonable. So let's take a look now at Phil, like the Groundhog Phil, taking on Jewish Lewis, who's obviously come back out of Clash retirement to play Clash Royale. Now this time, it's going to be useful to use the Tesla in the middle. That is going to provide you some kind of defense, because you're now going to go and attack down the opposite lane. You don't want to go up dead against the hut spam, otherwise you're just going to get overwhelmed eventually, because the other person, whilst you're spending your elixir to keep producing troops, they can sit back and let the huts do the work, and you can't possibly overwhelm them, or at least it's not very easy to do. So he's ignoring the troops that are heading towards his tower, even to the point of, if he has to at some later stage, sacrificing that tower to take the 3 crown win. That's what a lot of people do. They will keep pushing and pushing on the other lane and then finally go for the 3 crown win. Getting ready, his Tesla's just gone died. Ready with another Tesla though. Got to keep a Tesla there at all times, otherwise you will be overwhelmed. Every now and again you might need to drop either archers or spear goblins just to let your side of that lane catch back up again, just so that you don't get completely overwhelmed. But he's doing the main attack of his on the right hand side, sending the wizard first. He's about to drop the hog right over the river, so the guy doesn't have time to prepare for it. In goes the barbarians, but the barbarians are very close to the tower, which means he's been able to freeze absolutely everything. The wizard has destroyed the barbarians. He's also sent some goblins, and that is the tower destroyed super fast in one move. Done and dusted. There was nothing Jewish Lewis could have done to stop that. Nothing at all. Now the question is, what is he going to do? If my advice to you guys is, don't now be tempted to push back against the troops that are pushing down the other lane. You've got to go for the 3 crowns, even if it means losing the left hand tower. Look, you've got the expo placed on the left hand side. Very tempting to try and defend that expo. Very tempting to blow all of your elixir trying to defend that tower. It's a complete waste of time. Got to go for the King Tower, and look at that, he's got it down to 609. He's going to give away his left hand tower. He's going to keep going on the right hand lane. He's going to make sure that he gets the 3 crowns now. Forget those troops that are coming towards you. It's counterintuitive because you feel like you really need to defend, but there's no need to defend. Tesla's going to do the rest of the defense for him. He's nowhere near to getting to his crown tower, so he's perfectly safe, and I think he's got a lightning. Does he have a lightning? I'm not sure if he has a lightning in stock. I don't think he actually does. He could take the King Tower now with a lightning. He hasn't used a lightning, but he does have a freeze spell. I generally like to take a lightning. Oh, and there's an expo on his side now, on the lane where she's attacking from. He's managed to fireball it. Wizards helped him out. That expo is gone. And now look, on the counter attack, he's got barbarians, he's got wizards, he's got archers. The fireball to try and stop them, it's not going to work. He's waiting for his hog. Here comes the hog. Hog's going to go straight through past all these troops. A couple of swipes on this King Tower. There you go. That's the 3 crowns, and that's how you beat the hut spam. Make sure you go down the opposite lane and just do just enough to stay alive on the other lane. Now, this was me against Swarty. Now, how do you do it if you're not using buildings, if you're not using Teslas, and you don't have any massive splash troops? Is it still possible? Well, it is definitely possible, because I've been battling these hut spammers as well, and I've not changed to using loads of splash troops. Now, I did try to go against the troops with Swarty previous to this raid, and I lost. There was no way I could do it. I could not overwhelm all of the troops coming towards me. So I'm going to attack on the opposite lane. I've sent spear goblins and I've sent the minions at the exact same time, trying to get as close to his tower as I can. I don't mind losing these to arrows, because I'm going to go in with my goblin barrel and I'm going to freeze. I've used my lightning. It was too tempting. I had 3 targets ready, wizard and a hut and his tower. Now if he changes now and starts sending his troops down the opposite side, I will change my attack, because both towers are about equal. I've damaged them both, and I will switch to the other side. Don't keep going at the same tower if they switch sides. But he's not. He's going to carry on going down the right hand side, so I'm going to carry on attacking from the left. Every now and again, if I need to, I might drop some spear goblins on the right just to keep the troops back. Throw my goblin barrel. Now, if in doubt, don't use the freeze, because the counter attack when you've spent your freeze could be immense. I could have dropped the freeze there. It probably would have been useful, but I would have been susceptible to the counter attack, so I decided not to do it. Just using some minions here to get rid of his counter attack, and I've got so many minions now that he doesn't have a fireball ready, and I'm going straight in on the counter attack. Decided to use my freeze that I didn't use earlier. Down goes the tower in a matter of seconds. That's utterly destroyed, and I'm also, as a Brucey bonus, managed to destroy his barbarian hut. His most expensive hut, which cost him 7, has just been destroyed. Now he's kind of in trouble. Now I could go for the tower, the King Tower, but it is on 2,300, and I think I can probably overcome him now, because I've just destroyed his barbarian hut. I'm going to push back against the troops. Goes the wizard. I'm going to use my lightning on the wizard, get rid of that. Managed to hit the tower as well. Tower's down to 933. He has got some serious damage on my tower though. 341. It's not going to take a lot to take that down, but I'm pretty confident I can get this. Can I stop this hog? Is it going to be possible using the freeze spell? But I don't have enough elixir left to do a great deal. Got my minions in, got my spear goblins in. I've just managed to stop the hog, but there's just too much spam. I can't stop them. I don't have enough elixir, and I managed to get rid of them with arrows. I can't stop this wizard. That's the problem with going against the flow of the troops. Eventually you get overwhelmed. You don't have enough elixir. But I am going to be able to get this tower. He started attacking down the left. I'm going to be able to go down the right now without any problem at all. He's gone for the win when really he should have probably gone for the draw. Freeze with the Goblin Barrel. Down to 237. All I need is the lightning and it's game over. Just waiting for the lightning to charge up. There it is, just as we get into overtime. And that's it done. So there we go, guys. That's some of the ways of beating these frustrating spawner decks. I hope that helps you guys out and saves a few iPads in the process. I really don't want to have to face too many more of those. Expos, mortars, hut spammers. That drives you absolutely insane. But thank you guys for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe and share these videos with your friends. If you've got friends. If you've got no friends, share them with your parents. Share them with everyone. I'll be back a little bit later. But until then, you guys take care.